Well, hello everyone, and welcome to tonight's session of Phandelver and Faerun. Last time, uh, previous session, session 3, the party began distributing loot based on what they had gathered from Clark's Cavern. And among the things, there was a +1 silver sword that is blessed by Timora, the goddess of luck, which Grim is currently holding on to. And you all, after distributing the loot, began speaking with a strange undead by the name of Withers, who began speaking, asking each of you different questions, and after hearing your answers, he gently unlocked something deep within each of you. And after Withers finished, Sildar awakened and informed the party that Gundren had been taken away from this cave and was headed off to some sort of castle by a Drider by the name of the Spider. However, the location of where Gundren has been taken to is unsure of at this moment. You will need to begin gathering information before you can go after him next. You finally arrive at Phandalin, but not before a massive green dragon attempted to fly over your cart. And thanks to an off-road natural 20 animal handling from Hank, you were all able to hide successfully in some brush, and the dragon flew off towards the northern part of this coast. And it has been marked on the map, as that might be something you might want to look into in the future, but not right now. You were all very eepy. After arriving at Phandalin and stopping off at Barthren's Provisions, you handed off all of your supplies that you had meant to deliver, as well as the missing supplies from Lion Shield that you gathered in Clark's Cave, completing 2 missions for the price of 1. It was here that you also met with Harbin Wester, who was having a bit of an argument with Tom Holt, who is Hank's brother and the sheriff of Phandalin. After making introductions, after getting your paychecks, you all headed to the inn, where each of you learned a little bit of something from the locals and got yourself a nice full meal. And after that, we now arrive at the present. But before we hop into tonight's session, we do have our exciting achievements to hand out for last session. So everyone gets a point of inspiration for completing the Safe Cargo achievement. You were able to successfully deliver both Bartham's and Lion Shield's cargo intact, with nothing stolen or damaged. So you may all add a point of inspiration to your sheets. Valis, you received the Sticky Fingers achievement because you stole from an NPC on the first day of arriving to Phandalin. I had written that down as a potential possibility that someone was going to rob someone.
Heck
Someone
yeah.
did. So, just for Valis, give yourself a point of inspiration.
Oh, I'm maxed out. All right, time to use them all.
And that was all the achievements. We didn't get too far in the session, or into chapter 2. So there are plenty of other achievements to still earn in this time. And now, back to the action. You've all gathered in the meeting room of the tavern, where Tom Holt and Sildar have been discussing things. And after you all ate your meals and had your discussions, they invited you each in here. And Tom Holt will stand up and he will begin to address all of you. Well, Sildar has caught me up on everything that's happening, and I definitely agree. We need to work on rescuing Gundren just as quick as we can be, but I'm afraid, unfortunately, the way this town is, you're not going to get a whole lot of help or a whole lot of information out of nobody. As you might have guessed from hearing around, in the end, we've got a real problem in town. Something that needs handling first and foremost. And that problem is the Red Brands. They came into town a little while ago. They claimed themselves to be mercenaries, here to offer a helping hand, and at first they were right helpful. They drove off bandits, they took care of some monsters and the occasional wolf or two. Everybody liked them to begin with, but unfortunately, right after that, they became a right pain in the butt. They started stealing and looting, beating up people in the town. And here lately, there's even a family of woodworkers that's gone completely missing. Vanished from their house overnight, and the last thing anybody saw was the father of that family picking a fight with the Red Brands. I don't think I have to draw you a picture to get you an idea what might happen there. And the way things are, they've already run off 2 shifts of miners from the town. And the last shift we got, they say if the Red Brands aren't handled with, soon they're going to go too. And then the merchants will follow after that. And soon, we ain't got a town no more. So I was hoping... Oh, go ahead.
No, you're good.
So I was hoping, given all of you are quite helpful, as Sildar mentioned, I was hoping you might be interested in helping me and helping the town out with dealing with this first, and then once they're dealt with, start focusing on getting Gundren back.
I have an in with the Red Brands, actually. I have a way to infiltrate them.
No,
Now-
good. Sorry, words. That's a good start.
Exactly. I have a ring of disguise that allows me to take on whichever form I like. I met with someone before we headed here, and he gave me a way in, but I can instead take his form and attend their meeting, infiltrate. I might be able to launch a surprise attack or gather information, whichever is required.
That disguise have enough weight to maybe send them to an ambush? Does that disguise have enough weight to throw around to send them to an ambush of our choosing?
I don't know, truthfully. I don't know how high up he was. He was a recruiter. But I'm sure if an individual who was sent out elsewhere was seen all the way here in Phandelver, maybe having a tip on some newcomers to town with quite a lot of loot in a perfectly parked location, we could lead them to such a prime ambush spot. So basically I'm thinking, I'd be like, guys, you won't believe it. People came in, they got a bunch of stuff. Let's go, I know where their cart is, let's go get them.
Wait, is Grim saying he would disguise himself as one?
Yeah, he
Not a bad
has
idea.
he
Okay.
has
We
he
can
has the
sort of
visage
cart
of the guy that tried to recruit some people.
Right, okay.
And I have a letter of recommendation or like a note. But like I'm saying I'll disguise him and be like, hey, I got some juicy goss here.
I mean, we could have the cart in a cart in a nice little barn. Get them all in there. We can trap them in there, make it a bit easier to take them out.
Oh,
I mean,
get
if
some
we wanted to
questions.
be really vicious, we lock them in there, set on fire.
No, no, that would
Well-
harm the town.
Now, I am reminded of one of Papa's stories. Tommy, you might remember this. Back when Papa was a whippersnapper in the Trio to Hills, there was a gang, something similar, comprised of halflings and gnomes and such. It was called the Pint-Sized Posse. They made a real mess of things all around, and it didn't seem to matter how many of them got put inside the clank. It was only until the head honcho got his hide tanned did they all start running for the hills. So,
I don't understand any of that.
well, I mean, you could drag as many of them as you want to an ambush tomorrow. There's just going to be more, as long as there's a promise that, you know, bad people can do what they want without repercussions. At least until you get the
Or-
one in charge of all of them.
We find a way to get to this glass staff. That's their leader, from what I've been told
Yeah,
by their
that's-
guy. We
That's
find
what I just said.
Yeah, no, I'm saying we use the cart. We disguise we take out some red brands nearby, take their attire, then bring the cart up and do a Trojan horse scenario. I look at Sildar. How many fighters are there in Phandelver?
Well, you're looking at him. He gestures to himself and Tom Holt.
Well, any extra help would do. We could have you join us when you're all rested and recovered. So we could do
As-
this stealing
As, for-
the
yeah,
outfits.
as a reminder, Sildar is going to be out for like a week plus because of the events of the cave.
Fair. We could take that week to get the info, do the ambush, get the garb, and then make our way up wherever the Ripbrand's main outpost is. That can help. We can also do things in between that, like chat with some of the other people of Phandelver.
Kill a dragon.
No. We can talk to that priest lady. We can talk to shop people. Maybe they have things we could do to get stronger and everything.
Yeah, I'm just more worried that the longer we take, the more people they can bring in, make it hard, make it harder to
Well,
fight.
that's only dependent on if we want we
So-
want 2 extra bodies on this.
So we know how many we're facing against? Like, how big is the gang?
Tom Holt will take a moment and say, it's kind of hard to tell, to be honest. They're never all out at one time. I know for a fact there's a gaggle of them that gets up real early and goes to the Sleeping Giant Tavern. It's kind of on the sketchy side of town. There's a couple of them there every morning. But other than that, we don't actually know where most of the Red Brands sleep or where they set up camp.
I mean, we could always hit them at their hideout.
That's what I
I like how he says sketchy side of town as if it's not like 50 yards to the west.
You
It
go
is-
past that line. It just ain't the same over there.
This is a nice, like, clean line, and like,
It's one of the, what is it? It's one of the things where you step over the line and a filter colors the screen. Like,
You have entered Kaled.
yeah.
yeah. But no, yeah, Koi, that's what we're saying. That's one of the ideas is go to the base that we can find here.
Yeah, well, Valis was
Then-
saying that we can interrogate those at the sleeping.
Yeah,
giant.
figure out where the base is.
yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
if they're at,
Well, also with my
if we get there
disguise
early
stuff,
enough, maybe
yeah.
like, no, go ahead.
Yeah, with my disguise stuff too, it might be we can always attempt that to get info first, and then we can resort to violence afterwards. Like we got to see how good
I
this
mean,
disguise can
interrogating
stretch.
Isn't always violence.
Well,
but-
no, that's why I'm saying I go up to them in the early hours,
Oh, no,
disguised
I'm-
as
I'm
Red Brand, and be
saying-
like, "Hey guys, I just came in. Where's the base at again? I forgot."
Oh my god.
We could also just like get there early and like poison their drinks and like make the fight a bit easier if they're not fighting at 100%.
Honestly, Valence is just thinking we go in, knock them out with something, you know, drow poison them basically, put them to sleep, and interrogate them.
Yeah, if we can't put them to sleep, we can at least like weaken them, make it the fight easier to knock them out.
Yeah. Valence thinks going up and just talking to them is just gonna alert them to something. They're gonna be on guard if they're talking to someone. So just
We don't know. We'll fuck around and find out.
Well, if you're the recruiter, depending if these guys are like lower on the totem pole, they'll be easier to lure out of the sleeping giant and like somewhere like in the woods or something to like fight them easier, like secretive. So that way, we're not just having a big fight in the middle of a tavern and that word can spread around town quickly and step off the other.
yeah, we're
Well, that's why
we're a
secondary
pretty,
locations are always good.
pretty easy to spot group.
I mean, if anything, we can have some poison on hand or like something to like weaken them on hand. You can go in as a recruiter, and if anything, we can maybe like get them secondary location. If not, then we can like try to drug them and then knock them out if last resort.
Don't I thought I got.
You know, if they
Poison.
come in every morning, I assume they go home afterward, right?
Oh, we could follow them back. Yeah, you're
There's
right,
a lot of
Alan.
options to this. It's a matter of what we want to do and how vocal we want to be.
Now
Well,
here's
I
the
want
thing,
to fold them
though.
in half.
If
I
they
know you
go
do.
back, they're probably gonna. I'm just gonna say it now. They are probably gonna get up to some stuff that some of us, looks over at Valen, won't resist stepping in to help.
Well, yes, we would find the perfect time to ambush them.
Because trust me, I feel like Valis would know. Valen would not if the minute they started harassing someone.
I may be a cleric, but tap some Morning Star on hip.
Mhm.
I-
Tom Holt,
I think
Uh,
I like the idea of drugging them.
Tom Holt
badass.
will. Tom Holt will stand up from his chair and say, well, whatever way you got to get them taken care of, I would prefer some of them being kept alive. I feel like they probably have got a bigger operation than we're thinking of. I'd certainly like to take a couple of them back to the Lord's Alliance and
So not killing them, everyone. Think.
look, I'm not no city slicker. I know sometimes you gotta get things done. I know sometimes you got a real mean bull and sometimes you gotta put him down.
Fair.
But
That or
if
killed
you-
him.
yeah, but if you can, kind of keep a discerning eye on when a kill is necessary and when taking someone in is a smart thing to do, I'd right appreciate it.
Mm.
Oh no, yeah, killing is always the last resort.
Oh. Yes.
But in the meantime, I do recommend tomorrow you go check out Bartham's Provisions if you need to get any shopping done. Lion Shield's got some magical equipment you might be interested in. And also, well, I'm not real sure if they're going to be sticking around forever. The smithy around here, well, we used to have a smith, but they passed away some time ago when their apprentice ran off on their own. So we managed to hire some fledgling tinsmith. We got him to come in and help us out a bit, but if it's not working out here, I'm scared that they're gonna leave soon. So you might go visit with them if you're so inclined, see if you can maybe be interested in investing some time and effort into them. And who knows, they might be able to help you out in the future. As for me, unfortunately, I am on both the payroll and on the laws of the town master here. I'm gonna go see if I can talk some sense in that man's head. But until I've got his approval, I won't be able to help any of y'all with the red brands. Just as a heads up, I may be here with the Lord's Alliance, but I am duty and honor bound to follow the laws and regulations of this city. And right now, Townmaster says the red brands have their way of it. But all of you look right exhausted. I think y'all need to go get some rest. And tomorrow y'all can start planning and shopping. And if you need me for anything, I sleep here in the inn. I got Sildar a room upstairs as well. But I raise up at the crack of dawn and I'm getting on with my duties. I'll probably be at the town hall if you need me tomorrow.
Alright. Yeah, I'm pretty tired. Darwin, you look
Darwin,
very pale.
half now.
Oh wow, you two definitely
Stop.
right to it.
No. I just grab Darwin's arm and I have a little bit of a hard time pulling them.
They'll relish in just standing there for a moment, seeing you're not able to tug them, and then very slowly start to walk along.
Plus, I have to do a ritual tonight, so.
Is that what you call it?
Stop.
Wow, they're calling all sorts of things these days.
Oh.
But you all head upstairs to the rooms that have been provided for you.
Also, nice trap door back behind the bookshelf. I used it yesterday.
I will be doing one thing before bedtime though.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, if you want to take care of anything first, then I can go last.
Yep. So I did put you in the middle of the area if you want to pick where you want to have your Betty Bye times at. It is not pictured on this map, but please assume that there is a washroom somewhere on the map. There are facilities where you could do your business or things of that nature.
Come
But
on,
these will be
Darwin.
your rooms for the foreseeable future. So please make yourself at home.
We're taking the one with the wolf skin, the animal skins, Darwin.
And with the axe on the ground and the beer
Oh,
bottle, so it makes sense.
And Hank sleeping outside.
And the notes. No, that one fits you two very well.
Yeah.
Valis and Valen, I assume, will do their little ritual.
And Grim and
Valis-
Darwin are going to the washroom first. But, like, there's theater of the mind for it.
Valis will be like, man, I don't want to use it after them.
You don't.
You just hear in the background, Rubber Ducky, you're the one.
But as we're in the washroom, I'll drop my usual thing. I'll get out of, like, the robes and all that and drop into my typical form. What were you thinking?
What?
You nearly got yourself killed today.
Yeah, well, it'd be kind of boring if it wasn't like that.
I was really worried. And I was...
Oh.
Yes, I was. You almost ate it to some goblins. That wouldn't have been fun at all.
It wouldn't be the most dramatic way to go, I guess, but
But
it's
you're
fun.
not supposed to go at all. You're supposed to be here to do your job and protect me. I don't want to feel bad if you're overwhelmed protecting me.
Never
I am
overwhelmed.
in the back. I have Dallin pushed in the tub at this point. I am behind Dowin. I am cleaning the wounds. I am cleaning off the grime and blood and grossness. Also, I just smack her on the back a little bit. What are you being all cheeky for?
Oh, it's just kind of funny.
It's not funny. It's right, teasing.
Well, you know, if you want to do a nice long ritual tonight with me, the opportunity's there. I'll have a smug grin on my face.
Sure. But first, you need to get cleaned up and get your wounds all settled. And I need to do other things right quick.
I was kidding. I don't think you're a little wizardy.
Oh, it's cute that you think I'm completely brittle. I'm made of hearty stuff. I don't have gold cracks throughout my skin for nothing.
Oh, is that like how they scar?
No.
I never actually met changelings other than you, to be honest.
No.
I don't mean a lot like Valus and Valus.
Valis and
that's the one.
Valen.
Like are all like material elves, you know, the non-honor kind.
Well, yes, they're drow. Well, one of them's half drow, the sister.
Wait, is that obvious?
I feel like it would be. I feel like the tones would be a little lighter.
I would say there's probably like some minute differences. I think it basically like
Maybe the
for
ears
elves, it's
aren't
probably easy to
super
tell.
long. Maybe the skin's a little bit
Yeah.
lighter.
Yeah, I'd say there's like especially there's some subtle changes if like
Mhm.
if like certain
If you,
like,
I
if you
guess
don't-
we've been traveling long enough.
And
you would notice
also,
some
but
subtle
yeah,
differences.
Gaia will just say, as someone who reads faces and takes faces, you pick up on the subtle details.
Oh, I didn't realize there was much of it. You know, I kind of like only rocked up to this plane maybe well, when I first met you, so I don't really
Why-
get all the nuance and
Yes, whatever. But don't go spouting claims if you're not gonna back them up. And I'll just like... Gaia will kind of lean in softer and like press their head on the back of your head. Don't go making me feel bad.
it'll be fine. A bit of pain builds character.
Evidently, we both have that in common. But, other than that, I am going to I'm going to ritual cast, Find Familiar. What are my options? I'm not looking. What do I got?
Do you want it to be completely random, or do you
Give
want
me
to
a
give you the
list.
option?
Give me the options and I'll pick, yeah.
All right. You have a let's say an avian option of the flying variety.
Okay.
You have a traditional feline option, and you have a little lizard option, we will say.
I'll do the bird option.
All right. And as you cast Find Familiar,
Never done this before.
What does it do?
Whatever I want. Oh my goodness, that's so huge.
That's what she said.
Ah!
you see
Oh.
poofing before you a majestic blue bird with long wings and a teal-colored tail that's almost peacock in nature.
Ooh.
And you see there's like little bits of jewelry around their neck. Almost like as if to make a fashion statement. And
Hmm.
large plumes curling around the edge of
Can,
their face.
can you shrink them? All right, first things first. What's your name?
Oh, darling, you can just call me Precious. I love the hair, by the way. I love the way that the gold just accentuates your skin. Oh, you're gorgeous, dearie.
Thank you. It's all scarring from an explosion that killed about a dozen. Anyways,
Oh,
I'm
well,
Gaia.
here I am giving. No, we're not going to gloss over that, dearie. I was giving you a genuine compliment, and you come back with that. What is this vibe we're going to have with each other?
Well, this isn't the form I typically take. I go between my form of Gaia and the parts shift and Grim. I'm not a very happy person, but I have my sass where necessary, if that's what you need to know.
Well, you need to work on that, dearie. You don't need to be sad and upset all the time. We are going to work on you. You in the corner over there, scary tall lady with the black hair. We have got to work on this.
That's Dowan. She's my partner. She's perfect as she is.
Oh, your partner. Oh, that's wonderful. Hello, Miss Dowan.
Yeah, I agree with the bird. You gotta lighten up a little bit.
Well, maybe you can help me with that, or are you gonna just keep being a overconfident? Just mumbles, taking a bottle of wine to the bed.
Oh, I tease. It's fine. Let's get down to business. I know how you wizards are. So what do you need from me, dearie? Oh, I should introduce myself properly. I am Precious, and I am one of the finest scouts that you will ever see. I have keen hearing and sight that grant me advantage on perception checks that rely on sight and hearing.
It's very specific, I'm glad.
Indeed, I have a 60-foot fly speed, and I have some keen skills in perception and stealth.
Very good, very good. I'll need your eyes for certain. Especially here in this place, there's a lot going on that view from the top would be perfect for. And I can cast my magic through you, I assume, just like the regular methods. I haven't used this kind of magic before.
Oh, of course, as long as you're within the proper range, magic can be cast.
Very well. Any stances on runes I cannot connect to the weave.
Oh no, that's wonderful. Just scribble in any runes that you would like on any of these pieces of jewelry, or you might be able to ritual cast them into there, and I can just transfer them as possible.
Very well. Also, for perspective for you, Sheba, Gaia is in the Dunmeshi pajama fit. And just pats the bed. Alright, bed now.
But I kind of got to do the whole night jog thing, you know.
No, not when you're hurt like you are. Bed now.
I'm not even that hurt. I'm still alive.
I give you the glare.
Darling, your death half warmed over. I really do think you need some sleep.
Mm-hmm. That's the bed.
Besides, this one looks really lonely. I think they need your company.
They will just plank down on the bed and just not move.
I'll drag you into the bed.
Just absolutely unconscious.
Yep, I'll drag you into the bed, and then Gaia is going to spoon down.
Honk shoe, honk shoe, honk shoe.
Not a word of this, Precious.
The bird looks very smug.
Alright.
Blackmail.
Inside of you are two wolves. One goes honk shoe, the other one goes honk me 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 me.
All right. Hank, what is your evening ritual consist of?
Well, I'm going to grab a rock, the kind that would just fit in my hand. And on the map of Phandelver, there was an orchard coming into town, right?
Yes, that is correct.
All right. What time is it? Is it night or is it like evening time?
I would say it's evening time. So it is dark, but it is not like late. It's about between 10 and 11.
Okay. Hank is gonna sort of half slink, half jog over to this orchard. Does it contain apples, perhaps?
Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Yes, indeed, I shall. Bada boom.
Yes, indeed. And with a perception of 26, I would say you kind of realize that the orchard is. Actually, I will go ahead and move you over to the orchard map. Or this one. Please pretend this map is during nighttime. It does not appear to be nighttime, but it is indeed nighttime.
I'm sorry, Zach. The immersion's broken. There's no night map. I'm so disappointed.
And there are plenty of other trees outside of this area as well. I mean, it is quite a large orchard. With a 26, you can determine a lot of the apples around here are apple trees. Very common variety apples. Not the best quality that you've ever seen before, but you gather that this is probably their first or second real harvest in the area. So they're a little bit smaller than the ordinary apple. But yeah, there are plenty all throughout this area.
Hank he's grown accustomed to this, unfortunately, but he tries his best. I'm not gonna bother rolling stealth, but he's gonna like keep his head low and just sort of do like a little Grinch walk.
Okay.
I'm not gonna go for the one in the barrel because those have already been picked. I'm gonna try and hug the tree and sort of shimmy up there, and I want to pick 4 apples.
Okay. Sounds good. Go ahead and make me, we'll say athletics or acrobatics check to shimmy up and start picking some trees.
Alrighty then. Athletics.
You, like the most deranged cartoon Grinch imaginable, you like defy the laws of physics and like do his crazy shenanigans, and you like a snake just go up and around and you're back on the ground before you know it with a set of 4 very pristine looking apples.
Alright. I'm gonna place that rock I picked up on the ground, like right out in the open. It'd be impossible to miss. And I'm gonna put 4 gold coins on it. Gonna subtract that from my inventory.
Okay.
And then I am going to slink back away and go find where the horses are stabled.
Okay. That is simple enough. We'll take you back to Bartham's Provisions for this one. Again, please pretend that this map is a nighttime map. Bonk. And bonk.
At this point, he's been munching on the 4th apple he picked for himself.
It's pretty tasty.
Alright, lads. Promise is a promise. I'm gonna give Jim 1 and Jerry 1. And I'm gonna walk up to Steve, who, if I recall correctly, and based on his health, was the one that we found.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
Sorry about your brother there, Steve. Here. Get some sleep, okay?
They all take the apples, munch on them very happily. Go ahead and make me an animal handling check with advantage, please.
Boom, boom.
23. Your bond with these animals has deepened. They now trust you more than they did before.
And with all that done, he's gonna finish up his apple. Gonna go outside and toss the core somewhere where hopefully it'll grow into a tree, and then he's just gonna go back to the inn and just fall asleep outside.
We love a unhinged homeless man.
I would add. So, with the activity in the orchard, would you? We're gonna do a fate roll or a luck roll. I'd like you to roll me a flat d20.
1d20. Closing my eyes. Wait, that's a 1s20. I should keep my eyes open when I write that.
Perhaps.
All right.
Okay. I have noted something. But as you return back to the stone hill and sleep outside, the wolves they sleep outside the inn, and they kind of have they give you enough space, but they are clearly watching over both the inn and you as well at this moment. Valis and Valen, as you do your evening rituals, would both of you roll me perception checks, please?
Oh.
Okay.
I'll guide myself because I feel a little froggy.
Inspiration.
Actually, I will do. Yeah,
That's
I'll
better.
do.
Look,
I'll
we
just do-
gotta use them. We get so many treats.
Yeah, here we go. I got a 15. There we go. I'll do my guidance on myself and with a 22 just in case, since you did so well.
Okay. So, Valen, as you inspect Valis's room, you do not see any signs of spider webs or cobwebs. This room is actually very neatly kept. The person in charge of this inn does a very good job. And even as you kind of check, like even under the windows, very clean. There is no threat of spiders in this room. Valis, as you go and inspect Valen's room, the only real reflective surface in this room is the window. Do you cover up the window with the curtains?
Not just curtains. Phallus would probably take like, because I'm sure if you just put some paper on the window, it wouldn't like. Yeah, curtains. Probably just curtains.
Well, to answer the question, would Valen ever have like any issues with like in the past with just like window reflections, or is it like, or what would you say? Or is that more, or is it more like mirrors? Is it more
I feel like more mirror might be.
Yeah,
more
I think
than a
to me it's
window. I
like
think a window
if
would
she
be
get
fine.
yeah, I think she got freaked out over every reflection. She couldn't ever like take a proper bath or nothing.
Okay. Just I'll note that for the future then. Just
Yeah, because
it's
like to me,
mirrors.
yeah, I would say just like proper mirrors are like strong reflective surfaces. I would say more than anything, because to me it's like, yeah, this
That would
because
make
this
sense.
makes sense.
I
Yeah.
from thinking from the backstory, I think like just the connotation of being in front of a mirror would be the
Mhm.
trigger point.
Okay.
So yeah, I'd definitely say mirrors are like strong reflective surfaces would definitely count. But to me, yeah, like just a little bit of a minor reflection on a window should be fine.
All right.
Don't let
In that case,
Valen play a
mirror.
switch and turn it off.
But no, in that case, there are no reflective surfaces in this, or there are no mirrors in this room, or anything that would be akin to a mirror. Is there anything else the two of you do before heading off to bed?
Oh, no, go on.
Okay, sorry. So the window? Do I have a clear look at the night sky, or is it kind of like hard to see with the where I am sitting, like where I am at in like location of the building?
Let's see. So Stonehill Inn is.
I'm sorry, I'm putting
Stonehill Inn.
how much effort
No,
to
that's
make you think.
no, that's good. That's good. The Stonehill Inn is like right in the middle of town, and the windows on the building are both on the. Let's see. You're on the western side of the building. So yeah, I would say that you would be able to, for a brief period, like have a full view of the moon.
Okay. What phase of the moon is it tonight?
It is crescent moon.
Okay. In that case, I'll probably just kind of kneel down the window and do a quick prayer to Saluna. Moonmane, as always, please give me your guidance and keep Valis safe for me while we're up here. Thank you. And I'll kind of just leave it at that.
Okay.
Go on,
And
Valis.
Valis, was there anything you wish to do before Betty bye?
Are you muted, brother?
Yeah, I am. My computer cut out.
Oh, okay.
So I am back. I missed a little chunk. Sorry.
Okay.
Valen just did a little prayer to Saluna to protect Valis, basically.
Oh, okay. Was Valis there for that, or?
Nah.
Okay. All right. Is that Valen's
It's your-
nighttime?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's your
my
turn.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, my audio cuts out, and it's like I
No,
can't
you're
move my
good.
mouse or hear anything.
You're good.
So Valis is the paranoid individual that he is. He'd probably, just take a tour slightly outside the tavern that they're in, and then kind of inside to just kind of like, well, it's kind of quiet, and I don't know if this is a 24-hour tavern.
No, they close up around midnight to 1. There was a couple of people finishing up their drinks, and then Elsa and the bartender went to bed.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's kind of what Balance is gonna do. Just kind of. Oh, actually, Zach. All right, so since it's nighttime, no one's around to see it. Valis is gonna go down and get a pot and boil a skull.
The smell.
Is
The
it?
smell.
It's not gonna smell.
You're
You're
not gonna
boiling flesh.
you're gonna take a pot from the
Prestidigitation.
kitchen in the inn.
I don't know. I have a pot. I'll use my own pot. I'll go do it outside. I'll do it outside then.
Boiling-
Fine. Valis hears it.
See,
He's
the
heard
red brands,
everyone
they're not
yelling.
gonna fuck with us, so they just walk by and see Ballas doing that. They'll be
You're
like,
gonna
oh,
boil
that's
come
a
up to you wanting a
psychopath.
treat.
You're gonna boil a skull right in front of my salad. Okay.
Look, it's gonna stink even worse if I don't do this.
Tell you what. Here, we're gonna do this as just a general fate roll. Roll me just a flat d20.
I'm doing it outside. I said I'm doing it outside.
I know.
Looks
You're
out the
boiling-
window.
It's boiling meat and bone that has to have a smell.
Can I do this with inspiration?
You can, but I will say that this is more just for funsies.
okay.
Like this
Oh,
isn't
okay,
this
okay.
isn't a hard consequence. I was just seeing for
Okay,
this.
okay.
This is
Oh,
just
it
for
is.
fun.
Oh,
So you boil the skull and you go out a far enough distance away that you don't really attract that much attention. Although the 3 wolves do kind of sit around you for a little while and they kind of lick their chops a bit.
Valis will confusingly look at them and be like, "You want to eat this?"
As a reminder, they did eat the dead goblins that you
That's
fed them.
right. Valis will kind of like, I don't know, using I don't know. I had to have tongs and stuff or something. I probably did get kitchen utensils at least to get it in and out. I'll like skim out the meat, whatever bits, boiled bits.
Nom 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 nom. Your bond with the wolves and the wolves' bond with the party has increased. Da-da-dun.
I'll also be like, man,
Can I?
really hated this dog.
Is it possible that Hank would notice this?
I'm gonna say make me a perception check.
All right.
Hank just comes back with his apples. I'm gonna ignore them.
You cooking
Yeah,
something over there.
I'd say with a 19, you kind of hear the wolves pitter pattering past you and off towards Valis, and you can kind of from the corner of the inn, kind of spot Valis feeding the wolves, skull meat.
What's the? That's pretty far away, and it's dark out. I don't got dark vision. What's the smell like?
Uh,
I'll Google.
Not-
I'll Google. I gotta know.
Oh,
Look up
it
your
smells
search
really.
history.
It smells like kind of like some. It depends on the flesh, but it often, when you're curing and doing this stuff, it often smells like kind of like burnt rubber here and there.
why
Maybe
is there a Reddit thread at the very? Oh my god!
Wait, what?
Oh my god!
Look what you started. Look what you started.
What? This is in my search history now. It just smell. Apparently, it just smells like raw meat cooking.
Yeah, yeah. From what I can tell, if it's not rotting, it's literally just smells like cooking meat. So
Hank?
I'm just gonna say for the sake of things,
Uh,
it just smells like unseasoned meat cooking.
Hank, just sort of bleary-eyed, partly asleep, is gonna walk up to Valis. You cooking something there?
No.
I look in the pot.
Yeah, so he's not like boiling. He's mainly just getting the flesh loose off of it, and then he's gonna wipe it down, and you see some other chemicals near, like vials there. You're just like, Balin said I have to do it with no one can see.
open up the window. I said to make sure to avoid the smell.
Ah, you can't smell it up there.
Do I smell it up there, DM?
No, no. This comic book scene, you're far away.
Okay.
Hank's just gonna, without a word, slowly back away and go back to his little patch of grass.
Mouse is just holds it up, and I would say the smell would probably come more from the preservation of it than anything.
You're not helping. You're not helping yourself here.
Look, all
So
I'm
you
saying,
you gain
he has a special interest.
you do gain a preserved skull.
A preserved Ripper skull. Got it.
Balin from the window. Looks good.
Thank you. Yeah, Valis will, walk upstairs, like, and admiring it. I'm trying to figure out what he wants to do with it next. And also like, man, I'll have to keep it intact before we so I can put it in my room back home.
Bedazzle it.
Oh God, no.
Quickly, DM, that kid or little dude, I can't remember. Like, somebody has
Yep.
information.
Oh,
Is he
no.
in this building or is he in a different building?
So the information you got was that Pip had a friend
Mhm.
that had information about the Red Brands. So
Okay,
you don't know
do I-
who Pip's friend is.
Okay. Is Pip in this building or is he like somewhere else?
Yeah, he sleeps. Like his dad owns the tavern and they live in like their living quarters in this tavern.
Okay, how old is Pip? I want to make sure before how I want to angle this before I figure
He
out
is
his
like
age.
10 years old. Be careful.
Okay. Okay.
Keep Chris
Okay,
Hansen
good.
on
Gotcha. Thank
Chris
you.
Hansen on the
I know. That's to
hotline.
make sure. I'm like, how old? Okay. I will try to find Pip if I have time tonight.
For mention the skull right now, because we're gonna be staying in these rooms for a bit, right?
Uh-huh.
It is on my nightstand.
Okay. Here, I need to 1 second. Let me get it.
I forgot to fucking interrogate a child.
Guys, these siblings are a little unhinged.
Yeah, you guys might be making down look normal.
Okay,
Impressive.
Malice is just—it's not. He has an interest in skulls. The only all you need to know is that well, bones in general, but we haven't gotten to that point, and no one's asked him. So you haven't gotten the rant yet. Valen's probably heard the rant.
I've heard the rant.
That's a question for the morning.
But yeah, Pip has already gone to bed, but you should be able to find him first thing in the morning.
Works for me.
All right. As you all head off to Betty by time. I'd like for everyone to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no, that can't be good. Is this a charm or magical sleep, DM?
It is not.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, look, guys, it could have been worse.
Uh-oh.
Alice could have wanted to take the
Shaboom.
bugbear skull.
Oh, wait.
Advantage for inspiration.
That's weird. It's not doing my +7. It's just doing a D20.
It's not doing modifiers, so just a heads up, that's a thing that's broken on Beyond as well.
I
Oh,
rolled
yeah.
Okay.
I rolled
yeah,
a
why
7 plus
is
7, so
Yeah,
mine's,
it was
mine's
happening all
working.
last night during Black Moon.
Mine's
some
working
people-
too. Some people's aren't working.
Yeah,
Like
some
when we rolled
wasn't working.
initiative, everyone had to type in their actual
Yeah,
initiative
spells
was.
weren't working either.
Let me
Mhm.
do a quick refresh, see if that works.
That's not it.
Because that's weird. Oh,
I mean,
okay,
It's-
you
then
can
never
try,
mind.
but
D&D
we can...
Beyond updated again. That's why we're having more errors again.
I'll go ahead, since that's only 7, 8, a 10, I'll use information to roll that again, because I ain't... Oh. That's worse, never mind. This is happening.
Join me.
Shit.
It's a tank that fails.
and yeah, I put in my total.
I mean, 14 might be a success. I'm just assuming.
Yeah.
For inspiration, do we have to take
Why
the new
did
roll?
the two wisdom
It's the higher of the two.
Okay.
fail the wisdom saving
It's the
throw?
wisdom
Then-
casters. I'm an int baby, and I'm doing all right.
I got a 10 though.
Mhm.
That sucks.
Look, if
A
I wanted
plus
to spend,
7.
if I wanted to
Fuck.
spend inspiration, I would, but I won't.
You're chaos.
Yeah, I had 3, so I can lose. I can lose 1. Fuck.
Would Valen and Hank please join me in whispers?
Oh no.
Alright, all the whispers
Haha.
is going on. I'll be right back.
I'm nervous. He's very. Oh, they're in whispers.
Yeah.
I think it's whatever weird shit's happening in Phandelver. It's
Whatever
like,
shit's happening
join
here.
us. Hey, we don't need to worry about that because our ship is just going just fine. We're cuddling. I'm the big spoon.
You're jetpacking.
Yeah, we're winning.
We just need Darwin to not be dense as Roth.
I mean, yeah. Oh.
Okay, I'm back.
Hello. The
Oh, they're
others have
still
been
in there.
taken.
Oh,
And
I'm so sorry, y'all. Valen,
Yeah,
go
How's it
ahead and use a
going?
killing blow on Valis.
yeah. Valis, you wake up and you see Valen right above you with a. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm teasing.
Why is there Buffany's drawing on your map? There's a ghost now.
I didn't do
No,
Oh
that.
no,
no,
that
that
was
was
me.
Zach.
That's the skull.
Okay.
For
The skull.
once it wasn't me.
No, it was me. You all gain the benefits of a long rest, and you all
Kythorn the
gain the
Third?
Thank
benefits
you.
of level 2, and it is now Kythorn the Third. And I'm gonna go get some generic, uh, totally non-suspicious
Heal us,
feeling
boy.
music.
Oh, finally. I'm no longer 7 HP in a dream.
Yeah, we
Thank
need to
God.
get down one off of 1 hit point.
BRB.
Let me go ahead and get y'all healed, and then I will
Thank
move
you.
you back to the tavern.
Is it? Hold on, I'm looking. Is this a? How is that not a ritual spell?
Hmm.
I feel like it should be. Mage armor?
What?
Oh no, mage armor. That's
Isn't-
why I always.
No,
It's why I always forget to cast it as Ferris Knocker.
that's why I get the Eldritch Invocation feat that lets me have that automatically, so you can always have it on. Yeah, Mage Armor is one that you gotta commit to it because it
Uses up a spell slot every time.
Well, I can
It's
also use
great.
arcane recovery if I really want to. So yeah, I'm gonna first things first, get up in the morning. Oh, you're roboting a little bit. But yeah, no, first thing in the morning, I get up and oh goodness. But I cast mage armor on myself. Just doing that, and I just poke Gowan. Have enough sleep last night?
Yeah, I think so.
Good,
I
get
think
up.
my insides are about to fall out.
And almost forgets to turn into Grim walking out the door, and then pauses, turns into Grim. I don't know what my AC will be with Mage Armor, Zach, as I do not understand math.
Hold on 1 second. Your AC is 13 plus your
Well,
deck
your
mod,
AC
so
is-
15.
15,
Yeah.
thank you. And then I'll Arcane Recovery and get the slot back.
Okay. All right. You have all gathered at the entrance of the tavern.
Morning.
So, you have your assignment. Your current mission is to disband the Red Brands and make them no longer a threat to Phandelver.
Everyone, this is my familiar. Precious.
Oh.
I didn't name
Another
her.
name
She
for a
named
dog
herself.
Oh, she's got class then.
Morning, precious.
Valis looks at her. What kind of bird is she?
Faye, I assume.
It looks like a mixture of birds to you, Ballas. You see
Mhm.
traces of a blue jay, an owl, a falcon, and a peacock.
Oh.
She'll be very beneficial in helping us get reconnaissance from above. I'll be able to look through her eyes, cast spells through her if I need to. She has apparently a variety of forms after really getting to the nitty-gritty of our little contract here. She's got quite the variety. I'm very impressed.
It's the most powerful magic I ever heard of.
And she's
Are you like an archmage?
no, that's a first level. It's a
God.
it's a spell I've never used before, so
So yeah, pretty much an archmage.
no. Behave.
Hmm. Valis will write in his book by Grim and just a possible archmage dreams of being an archmage.
We need to sell it.
Delusions of Archmage.
No.
Valen will whisper to Val.
Oh,
Can we reset the server?
yeah. Blake's not coming in.
How does I?
can't control that.
Settings region override,
Okay.
like in the voice chat settings.
Region override and just pick a different region.
Yep, and then
Yep,
just
and then just
jump it
swap
right back. Yeah,
All right.
You're-
that might help for some of the stuff.
Okay. Let's try that.
It's technology round 2.
Yeah.
Electric Boogaloo.
I was thinking it. Is Blake back? Oh,
Hello.
am I here? Can you guys hear me?
Oh,
I can
no.
hear you.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
can hear you.
Everyone was so quiet.
We're letting people talk.
Hello?
Hey,
Hi. We can hear you a bit.
Yeah, I don't
No.
Ah,
sound.
Let me try a different one.
what if Valen just wakes up?
You're
with, like, a
swapping it
super
back and
sore
forth,
throat?
right, Zach?
yeah, you're putting it back to our region.
Well, it was on automatic. I changed it to US South.
And then you change it back to automatic.
Oh, okay. Well, here. Let me.
That might help.
Oh, is that hello?
Hello.
Hello?
No,
No.
it's just
Might be
connection.
just- yeah. So
The internet giveth and it taketh.
Yeah.
About now.
No. Sorry, Blake.
we did one thing the other night that
Just
fixed
don't worry about it. Let's keep going.
Oh wait, there you go.
Wait, now
There you
sound
go.
Oh, yeah. There.
Just-
there.
Just,
Yeah.
just, just give up, and it works.
I guess it. I guess
yeah.
it. Okay.
Anyways, Valen will... No, go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, no. Go out. Oh, god damn it.
Wait, what?
She's saying go ahead. Whoever was
Oh.
talking before.
Oh, I don't even remember what. I
Yeah,
was
now
saying. Zach,
now it's
continue on.
devolving.
All right. So, what does the party wish to do first?
I want to talk to that priest.
Okay. Grim is going to go talk to the priest.
So I dragged Dowan with me, of course.
Bonk.
The hell
I
might
imagine
be on?
Precious sits on.
Pip, my connection will allow.
Okay. I'll take you on over to Pippin.
Yep, I imagine Precious just sits on Dowan's like helmet or shoulder. A lot of real estate.
In the morning.
Hank's
I don't know.
actually
Are we
gonna
just...
Hank's gonna talk to Valis real quick.
Oh, okay.
So about what you were doing last night with that there, is that a dog skull?
Well, it was this, the bandit, the goblin leader's wolf.
Are you like a taxidermist or something?
Taxidermist.
Not really. More of just a collector. So,
Skulls?
yes. I'll actually, well, it's more of a fascination. Partially out of,
Kind of morbid, but I guess to each their own.
well, no, it's partially out of respect and
Weirdo.
preserving the memory
Oh my god,
in a way rather than watching it decay. And in a way, bones tell a story that and see there were some chips on his teeth, and you can imagine the amount of armor and what he might have gone through. Uh, Look to be some healing cracks. Maybe he got in a fight.
I mean, I get it. I mean, I don't get it even slightly, but I get it. I just, maybe be a little more careful where you do that in the future. We're kind of way out in the sticks. Lots of old-fashioned types might not be as understanding that kind of behavior.
Well, that's why I did it at night.
That is fair.
And I
That is
didn't do it
fair.
in the kitchen. Valen told me not to, and I figured. I mean, it just smelled like meat, so I figured people thought I would just be cooking.
Well,
No, you
I was
psycho.
like, I was 2 seconds away from asking for a piece, and then I saw what you was doing, and I was like, oh, well, whoa.
I mean, the wolves liked it.
Wolves don't eat people food all the time.
Apparently, they eat wolves and goblins.
Yeah, it's a circle of life.
Look,
Anyways,
it's fine. Besides, where am I gonna? It was quite a vicious animal, and I don't know, it intrigued me. I didn't ask for the bugbear, at least.
I get it. It's your way of remembering things.
It is.
Oh, by the way, as Grim is leaving, let's meet at that shop. See what we can procure when we're all done with our personal business.
Okay, okay.
We're gonna meet a priest.
Right. Where does Valis and Hank wish to go to?
Is it just on this map, or?
No, you can
Anywhere
go
in
anywhere in
Vaderland.
town.
Oh,
Anywhere in
Hey,
town.
look, Valis.
Let's go rush the
Your
red
potential
brands. How
girlfriend's
about
right
that?
there.
what? No,
You
that
should go
that could
talk to your
be.
new potential girlfriend.
No, that's gonna look. Valis is like, oh, she's cute, but we should set. You know who's also cute? My sister. You two would be cute together.
Don't you fucking try to parent trap me. I'm trying to pap you.
But just as a reminder of the locations of the town, I brought up the Phandelver map.
Yeah, I guess so. Valis would probably. Are we all going to the provisions together?
That's where I said we would meet up, probably. Yeah.
Okay. So then, has let me guess. So she hasn't been here. Yeah, she hasn't. Rosalia hasn't been here, right?
Mm-mm.
Correct.
Okay. Let me see. Honestly, so because of the type of person he is, um, he would ask Rosalia if she wants to tour the town with him, but he would be also using it as a way to gain reconnaissance on the town and, areas inconspicuously. Like, it's kind of weird with one person just kind of, and a drow no less, walking around alone. But
Gotcha.
it's different when
Yeah.
when you're walking with a person.
Oh, she's definitely
A
interested.
drought think walking around is scary, but 2 people is okay because it's not alone.
Hank has the opportunity to do something hilarious here.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but Valis would go up to Rosalia and just say, considering we're both new to town, do you want to go and tour together? There's a lot of interesting places, but kind of lonely just walking around by herself.
I would love that. That'd be great. I haven't really gotten to know much around here yet. But yeah, I know a couple of places, and maybe we can just meander around.
All right, that sounds good. I'm gonna meet up with the rest of everyone at the provisions, so we can save that for last.
Okay. And Hank.
You
Where are
know
you heading?
Hank. Oh, sorry. Go
Where are
ahead.
you heading off to?
Straight to get that breakfast buffet.
All right, and Elsa will procure Hank a very lovely continental breakfast.
Getting out
Is
my spices.
does Hank get the full English?
Oh, absolutely. They have very lovely. This isn't the cheap continental breakfast. This is a respectable tavern that's going to make it big, and Toblin Stonehill stands on his values of a nice hearty breakfast. We're talking some very lovely, generous portions of. Now they don't have pigs, so they have questionable bacon-like substances of strips. Uh, he expects the best of quality, so they don't really have many eggs, but they have a powdered substance that seems like it could be eggs. Uh, and they also have a lovely mishmashing of things that could be fruit. This is a very upstanding. This is a very upstanding tavern in a lovely, well furnished. Okay, they've gotten some supplies back from Barthen's provisions, but they're still struggling around here.
Could be fruit.
It's fleshy like fruit. Okay,
Now,
so
are we still on the on Tom Holt's dime, or how much it's gonna run me?
oh, don't worry, dear. The breakfast is part of the full package, so you're good for now. But starting tomorrow, you will need to start paying for room and board, as well as your breakfast costs. But today, it's all you can eat.
Thank you kindly. He's gonna start eating ravenously.
Nom, 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 nom. Okay, let's roll some. Let's see. Would everyone roll me a d20 and we'll determine the order of events that way?
Not my night.
Wait, what are we?
Jesus.
Just
Time
a
for
D20?
second
Sure,
breakfast. Let's
Yeah,
go.
D20.
just a flat d20 to determine the order of events.
There we go.
All right. Hank, while you are busy, everyone else has left or is in another room. Uh, while you are eating, you hear the sound of very heavy boot steps. The thump, the thump, the thump. And entering through the main entrance, the door will open, and Elsa will wave and say, "Oh, Darren! Brings you all the way out here." You will see a drow male enter the room with a very long sword at his belt, very nice studded leather armor,
Run.
a very long violet coat. The thumb, the thumb. And he will sit down right next to you.
I'm a drow cowboy.
Elsa, I'll take myself something spice today. And Elsa will kind of fetch some alcohol for this man, and he will lean back in his seat and he'll turn over to you, Hank, and interested to meet new folks around here. The name's Darren Eldermath. I operate the orchard.
Oh boy.
Top more to you, Darren, he says, mouthful of faking. He's gonna hold out his hand to shake Darren's.
He shakes your hand, and as he takes a sip of his cider, he'll kind of nod at Elsa and is like, Elsa, you mind leaving us alone for just a bit? Elsa nods and is like, I know that face. Good luck, boy.
Huh?
The Apple Mafia.
He slowly turns his gaze over to you. You know, I gotta say, I don't quite know how to feel about people that take what doesn't belong to them, but then leaves an exorbitant amount of money in its place. By pride, I feel as though you and I should duel. But I'm curious about why you would take 4 apples from my orchard and then leave behind 4 pieces of gold well above their value. So I'd prefer to hear you out before we
Oh shoot!
do anything more.
You the person that owns that orchard over yonder?
Yes, I am. I hand
Why?
planted every tree on that field, gave each of them names. You stole from Luann.
Well, I'm sorry for the downright furtive way I acquired those there fruit. I guess you could say I've become mostly accustomed to most folk chasing me off with a rake or some such upon asking permission. I kind of gotten used to just sort of doing things that way. It's cleaner and more simple. I hope it wasn't putting you at too much. I didn't really count the coins.
Make me a flat persuasion check.
Look, mister, if you're looking to punch me in the face, I only ask that you do it outside. Elsa keeps a nice establishment here, and I'd hate to muck it all up.
He's folding his arms. He doesn't seem quite impressed by your statements, but he remains at his seat for now. Well, tell me this then.
Uh-huh.
How were the apples?
They were delicious. I can ask the horses. Gave most of them to them.
The horses.
Yeah, one's over by Barton's. Look, I may not be a good man. Those are good horses, and they deserve some apples.
He's going to make a charisma saving throw. Okay. I don't quite know how to talk to you.
That's
Most
fine.
of
I feel the same way about most people I talk to.
Most of the time, when I talk to thieves from my orchard, they lie, they run, and they try to stab me. Never quite met a man before in my life who sits eating and admits in full and then compliments my apples. So how about we do this instead? Don't ever steal from my orchard again. And you bring those drow siblings to me. I'd like to have a word with them.
Well, they didn't have nothing to do with me.
They have nothing to do with this either. I'd just like to talk to them.
All right. Just making sure they're not going to get a hard time on account of me.
No, no, no. Of course not. Mostly I'm curious about what brings them all the way out here.
Oh, well, we was delivering something for a Gundren Rocksaker. Well, he got all caught up in some strange business with some Garblin taps. And, what was it? The
Spider.
beetle or the, uh, the spider.
Spider.
Yeah,
His
we ain't
eyes
seen hide or tail of him. We was hoping to start looking today.
His eyes narrow at the mention of the word spider. Make me an insight check, if you would. He gets very nervous at the mention of spider. He's definitely spooked, to say the least. That
I
name
don't
seems to be a surprise to him.
I don't think it was like an actual giant spider. I think it was more of a pseudonym.
I see. Well, for now, we'll just say we're even for now. Don't forget about the siblings. He'll pat you on the shoulder and
You want a muffin? I'm about as full as a tick over here.
sure, I'll take a muffin.
I'm gonna take from my handy spice pouch a little sprinkle of cinnamon. Put it on top.
He eats it as he walks out, and you'll hear him as he's walking out. How, why does this taste so good? My God, who is that? I, the above ground is so confusing.
He turns around and Hank is nowhere to be seen.
My God, who is that mysterious halfling? All right, well, you now learn that Darren Eldermath owns the orchard. He is a drow male, and he has an interest in Valis and Valen. Information gained. Next up, who was after Hank? 16, 17, Dowen.
That's us.
Oh,
This is the. Wow.
as you approach the shrine of the town, you quickly realize that shrine might have been a bit generous. This is more like rubble that has been cleared out in a very small area where a cracked and broken statue remains. There is no roof. There are barely any walls. The overgrowth has taken over. But you will see sitting in prayer at the shrine, an elven woman in a floral patterned dress with very humble, you can tell right away from your background, Grim. It is fake gold around on her ears and around her hair. Is mostly ceremonial garb and jewelry. And she's kind of sat, eyes closed, hands together, clasped in prayer.
Arden.
It takes a moment, but she will slowly open her eyes, stand up, dust off her knees, and turn around to the two of you and make a simple bowing gesture to you. And welcome. Welcome, travelers. I am Sister Garele. I am the caretaker of this Shrine of Luck.
Mhm.
How may
Grim.
I be of service to you today?
Grim Iron. This is my bodyguard and partner Dowan.
There's no last name, it's just Howard, by the way.
Yeah, but I was told that you might have some knowledge of the arcane and things like that, then you might need some help. So I wanted to talk shop while we're here in Phandelver. Also, you're a follower of Timora, I believe.
Yes, I am the priestess of the goddess of good luck and fortune, Tamora. And yes, I have some passing knowledge of the arcane for my rituals and things of the nature, and I do, as a matter of fact, have some very pressing things that need taken care of.
Hmm.
Are you in the business of being hired for work?
Most definitely. And we have something maybe you could appraise, given your background. I will take out the silver longsword from my sword carrier. We found this in our travels. I wanted to make sure that there wasn't anything inoffensive if I was to use this blade.
Oh my goodness. She takes the blade in hand, looking at it, tracing her fingertips along it, and this looks exactly like the ceremonial blade we had commissioned to be delivered here. We were meant to hopefully enshrine it in this location so that it might slowly but surely receive the full blessings of Timora, the goddess of luck.
Mm. Well, luck may have it that we encountered it in our travels. I intend to use it, but I don't want to steal something if it is not for me. Or if we could figure out some kind of arrangement for its use.
Make me a persuasion check, please.
I'm like, I'll use one of my 3 inspirations. Let's see.
Okay.
No biggie, if nothing. Okay, it's fine. I don't really have ridge. I have int.
He will. The truth of the matter is, Timora believes that luck is something more than just mere coincidence. Who's to say that you finding this blade where you did was not a boon of her luck to begin with? I will say there is certainly no harm in you using this blade. Timora would not strike down one who had found fortune in her favor. Though, I must admit, should the weapon be enshrined here, should it take time to accumulate and be blessed with the luck of this land, there is a very good chance it could transform itself into something greater.
Mm.
I will not lie. If the blade were to remain here, it would surely become a great boon for the city, but I am not an individual who would be able to take it from you, and I am not one that will interfere in Tamora's affairs.
Mm.
Ultimately, the choice is yours.
Yeah, I'll need some time to think about it, but it's not off the table, of course. Perhaps I'll make a small amount of use of it, and if it turns out it's not for me, then I'll simply bring it to you to enshrine it. I appreciate the trust and the faith in your lady, even though I am of a different, god myself. But other than that, what can I help you with? As a thanks for letting me use the weapon.
She will kind of take a deep breath, and you see there is a unfortunate situation that we find ourselves in. In this area, very, very near to here, there is a very dangerous banshee that calls herself Agatha. I tried, as a priestess of luck, to try my best in helping calm her vengeful spirit, but alas, I am not strong enough for such a thing.
See,
I believe that if one were to truly tame Agatha, this area would be far more safer than it is now.
pacifying a spirit. Not uncommon, not undoable. Impossible, I mean. Could definitely help with that. And I have allies. A cleric on my side that's quite talented. That might be something that we could accomplish as a unit.
That would be quite relieving.
Mm.
I don't have much in the way of offering as rewards monetarily, as you can see from the status of our shrine, but I am in possession of not only a small stock of healing potions, but also a recipe one might be able to follow to make more of them without the need of shopkeepers.
That's quite good. That would actually be very useful.
But I do have one additional request with this mission. It need not take priority, however. There is information I would like to get from that spirit. I believe she has knowledge of where a spell book is located.
Big eyes. Look.
There was a legendary archmage that made their home here quite some time ago. The mage by the name of Gentle.
Can I make a history or arcana check? We'll
You certainly may.
do history. Damn, what is up with Grim tonight? I'll use another inspiration. I got so many. There we go.
All right. The name does come to you because you are a wizard and all
And how do you
wizards know
spell
each
it?
other. Gentle.
Okay. That's a wizard name for sure.
He was best known as a very calm, polite, and generous wizard. He was well loved throughout the region, and he was also well known for being a very reckless adventurer. He was an individual that liked to go into crypts and keeps and dragons' hoards, searching for hoarded secret magic. His goal was to try and make magic available for everyone. And he has unfortunately passed on and it has been, what year is it again?
1490.
Oh, okay, yeah. He died about 200 years ago.
Oh, no
Give or
biggie,
take.
no biggie. Grim just looks at that. That's major. What magic are you looking for? His collection.
Oh, nothing special, really. I would just
Nothing
very much
special
like
with
to.
Bogento. You. Funny. Sorry, go ahead.
Nothing special. But he does have quite a library, and I'm sure that some of his magic would be quite useful to Phandelin, as well as the restoration of this shrine.
Good, good. Now, you've piqued my interest. I'm a wizard by trade. Getting back into it. So, you've just waved something far more interesting to me than a blade. Do you think we could work something quite well out here? Do you seek the spell book for permanent ownership or just for this specific spell?
I would very much like to study it in private, but once it has been completely gathered of knowledge, and once I know what is inside of it, I might be persuaded to allow other wizards to partake in spells that I know would not be harmful to others.
How about this? I can't speak for the rest of my party, but everything else you're offering is pretty good. For myself, however, I will forgo any coin, any secrets of potion makings and potions in exchange for the book itself after you have perused it. Mind you, I am not seeking to use such things for ill gains myself. My faith wouldn't even allow me to do something so heinous. But if we could possibly discuss that as my payment, I would also return the sword. Allow it to help Phandelin as well.
Make me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
I'm gonna use inspiration. Straight roll.
Okay.
Oh. Oh, man. Maybe it's probably a no for now, but hey.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Why don't we deal with Agatha first? Gain knowledge of even if the book is still around. And then, if it can be retrieved, and then if it is something that I read and I find that I would not be afraid of falling into someone's hands, we can discuss this further, but I'm afraid I cannot make such a promise at this time.
Very well. Just as long as it's on the table. And yes, I do know I probably came off as rather strong. It's just I do have a deep love of magic. And
Fucking love magic.
yes, thank you, Down. But I think it's a good agreement to start. And I'll hold out my hand.
As she takes your hand, and shakes on this temporary agreement. She will inform you that she believes that Agatha, or she knows where Agatha is because she saw her. Agatha's lair is in the town of Coneyberry. Coneyberry. It is a little bit out of the way for now for your current mission, so you believe it's probably not something you can handle with before you do the red brands. But you do now have information, and actually I'm going to go ahead and mark it on we're going to go to the Phandelver region map, and I'm going to go look at where this is, and we will mark it for you to know. Do-do-do-do-do. Okay, yeah. So you are in Phandelin. Coneyberry is up here. this red. Bonk. Is up here in the northern segment.
Okay, so oh boy. Well, road trip, guys. We can do that. Not yet, because it's a banshee.
Mm-hmm.
Right there. I will highlight that in a red circle. All right.
Very well. I look forward to working with you. We'll give you updates where we can.
Of course. The blessings of tomorrow be with you.
And Lathander's light upon you. I'll throw a gold coin at the shrine. Like I'll not throw it, but I'll
Mhm.
you know.
You'll make a proper offering.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you now have a mission.
I think that went as well as it could have. Could have put on the charm if I were in my other state, but you know.
If it's a shrine of good luck, why is it a dump?
Because this town is barely off of its feet, Darwin.
Well, that doesn't sound really lucky, does it?
Not at all, no. Let's just hope the others aren't getting up to nonsense.
Meanwhile, back at Stonehill Inn, because I believe... Oh, no, Blake was last. Sorry. Valen, Valis and Rosalia, I'm going to call you each other's names. I just need you to accept that.
It's the
It's like
twin effect.
actual siblings.
Wait, was Darren asking for Valen and they were just in the other room?
Yeah?
Yes.
You didn't go and check.
Whoops.
Look, that'll be a whole encounter. We
That-
don't have time to unpack all
No,
of that.
it tracks that Hank wouldn't catch that.
All right. As you and Rosalia tour the town, I will say you do get information. You do get the full map, and you kind of now have a good idea of where everything is located.
Good.
You hear from Rosalia kind of begins talking with what little she knows about the area. She talks about the stores and how they've all got, pretty nice people. She says the lady at the Miners Exchange, her name is Halia. She says Holly
Okay.
is a bitch.
Okay. That was the deal. Like, any specific reasons behind that?
Well, yeah, I talked to some of the miners at my show last night, and they talked about how she, nickels and dimes them for every piece of equipment. It's like she's a con artist. But she's really good at being a con artist.
Huh. And that was who? Just so I can see on the map.
So, Halia, and she is at the Miners Exchange number 11. So, this right here.
I wonder if some of the miners that are quitting are running off with their equipment.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, the Red Brands have been causing all kinds of trouble in here. The miners aren't making any money because of them. They probably do take some things here and there with them to sell whenever they get to... Well, most of them are heading back to Neverwinter.
All around a pretty crappy situation.
Yeah, for sure. But the lady at the Lion Shield Coaster and Barthrin, they're both super nice. They like to work with everyone. They're sweethearts. They'll give you a fair deal.
Good to know.
Even the miners say they love them to death. To be fair, Miss Barthrin does have a bit of a drinking problem, they say, but she, as long as she's not at the tavern, she doesn't cause a whole lot of ruckus.
Got it. Talk to her when she's doesn't have spirits in hand.
I've also heard about the big manor on the cliff, the Tressinor Manor. It used to be like a full-on castle before it got destroyed. They say it was like this old noble family, very wealthy, one of the first people that founded Phandelver, and that a lot of people went up there trying to scavenge out what they could from the ruins, but they really couldn't find much of anything. It's already been picked over real well.
Hmm. There's always something to find. You know, a place can always, it's not just what's inside of it, but, how it was set up. That can tell you how someone lived.
That's true, I suppose. You might give it a gander if you get a chance, but be careful, because it's not like I believe in ghosts or anything, but they do say it's haunted.
Hmm. Well, I'll probably be checking it out then. Even if there are no ghosts. Talon. Well,
Listen, I have to play this nonsense. I also like to bring in NPCs that don't believe in gods, even though there's obvious. The obvious.
Valis, who has seen ghosts with his own eyes, is just like, well, even if there are none in there, I feel like there's still some stories left for that place to tell. And you never know, sometimes, even if it is haunted, they might just be looking for someone to listen to them.
Could be. Well, and the last thing I guess I can talk about is, at the show last night, some of the miners kept saying they felt real bad for that poor smith they got up to the smithy. His place isn't really well maintained. It's kind of raggedy, and he's doing his best to keep their equipment up and going, but there's just not a lot of money coming into the town, and he was just a tin maker back in El Terrell, apparently, and just didn't have a lot of money to start up with, so I feel bad for him.
Alright. Well,
He's really cute, though.
oh, is he now?
Yeah, he's a tiefling.
Yeah, I mean, Eltrell makes sense.
You want to go peek at him, maybe?
Alice just says, sure, alright. I'll be judge of how cute he is.
Okay. Just be real quiet, okay? Be extra sneaky.
Valis just kind of does the, like, zipped lips motion.
And as you all head to the smithy in town, as you peek in, Valis, you see that it is recently cleaned up. But while everything seems nice, from the open doors, you can definitely tell everything in here is old. The tables are old, the floors are old. This thing is hanging by a thread. Its cleanliness is hiding its true age. And from the open area of the forge, you can also very quickly tell that it is ancient. It is unkempt, and it is not well. They're trying their best. God bless them.
So, what, he basically got this place for cheap?
Well, I hear that the old forge master here died a long time ago, back when Phandelver first fell. And then when people came back, they really couldn't get anyone to be a proper smith. Not with the money that the town was bringing in. Smiths are expensive. Like, their stuff is wild. But apparently this guy was sort of an apprentice, and he's learning his trade. So he was willing to just take ownership, get this place cheap, and the only money he really makes is on repairs and stuff.
Hmm. Well, at least I know where to go to get repairs. You know, it looks pretty clean. He's trying his best. You can take a look inside though.
Are
See
you
what
going to?
wares he
Uh,
does have to offer. Oh yeah, Valis will go in. Like, are we not allowed to go inside?
no,
Valis
you're
will go.
fine to go
Oh, okay.
inside, but Rosaria is just kind of like giggling a bit and it's like, oh, you're really forward.
Oh, well, oh. I mean, you just gotta know how to you walk in as a
Grab life by the
patron.
horns.
I'm not gonna say that to the tiefling.
But as you both walk in, there's a little ding 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 ding. You'll hear in the back. Oh, just a moment.
It's just
I'm so
Damon.
sorry.
I'm not sad. I was waiting for Damon to pop up.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Do it.
Our boy! What's
I
he
was
doing
wait-
here? He's on his... Wait, guys, this is his scholarship. Like, this is his internship before Elturel.
Oh no, he is cute.
Yeah.
It's his summer
I was about to
internship.
say, and before Damon shows up.
Oh, hello there. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Damon. Welcome to my shop. What can I do for you? I don't have refreshments. Sorry. What I would do for a proper forge.
Oh, buddy. Give it a couple
I
of
mean,
years.
yeah, definitely could use some workout. But it's nice to meet you. I'm Valis.
What's the name of this shop again, Zach?
It is just called Smithy. It does not have a name yet. Damon will.
Valis will hold out a hand, like pretty much right now. He just looks like
He's a Zariel. No, he's an Asmodeus tiefling.
super. No, he's Zariel.
He is?
Super friendly. Like if Valen were here, Valen would be able to tell Valis is putting on an act.
Oh.
But Valis is. I would say this is like when you do your customer service voice. This is how Valis is when he's like gathering information.
But yes. Nice to meet you. Shakes his hand. Well, what can I do for you this fine day?
Oh, well, me and my friend here, we're new to the town and figured we would take a look around and, an adventurer, a traveler. So always makes sense to check out the smithy, see what wares and services they offer.
Oh, yes, of course. I don't have much in inventory right now. Most of my items I've sold over to Bartham's and Lion Shield. You'll be able to purchase them from there. I am accepting custom orders, though, if anyone is interested in such a thing. I'm mostly good at blades and bows and shields, but I can certainly... I must confess, I am a bit of an apprentice. I am working my way up to get a full smithy in El Turel, hopefully one day, if I succeed well enough here. But for now, certainly, when it comes to... And you can tell he's kind of very nervous. He's not very good at customer service. He
Not
keeps
yet.
apologizing over and over again, and but yes, you say you and your friend are.
Oh,
would you
my
happen to-
apologies. This is Rosalia.
Oh, well.
Valis will kind of motion towards her, like.
Oh, nice to meet you. And she'll kind of take his hand and shake it a bit, and he is not interested in the least with her.
Oh God.
It completely goes over his head that she's embarrassed. He just shakes her hands like, "Ah, nice to meet you, Rosalia. Um, are you looking for anything in particular? So oblivious, it hurts."
Yeah, Valis is just kind of like sees this. Can Valis roll insight? I don't know if Valis would catch on to like romantic
Yeah,
intent.
yeah, you can roll.
Intent.
You can roll insight,
I don't know if he would catch on to that.
and you don't.
Yeah, Valis is just like, okay. Uh, I was just well, actually, now that you mention it, do you craft bows? I know you said you're more of a weapon, like deal with metal, but
Oh, yes, of course. I'm quite good at hunting short bows, actually. I'm very good fletchling at those. Uh, there's one I'm particularly good at. I learned from a very lovely master ranger. It's a short bow, and if I have the proper, funds and components for it, uh, it's a magical short bow that also allows you to cast Hunter's Mark once per day.
Zach. uh, uh,
That sounds
it does.
familiar.
Uh, Valis was like, oh, that could be very useful, actually. I mean, if you write down the components, me and my party are gonna be in town for a bit. I'm sure we'll be able to find time to gather those.
All right. He will go to his desk and he'll start writing some things down. I didn't think we were going to get to him today, so let me type this out real quick and place it on a note.
Uh,
To be fair,
that's
I
on
thought
speed running.
I
Wait.
I legit thought y'all were just gonna go straight for the red brands and murder them. Full on.
Valis, Zach Valis is his background. He's a prepper before he goes in. I don't know
Let's see.
phrasing.
I mean,
We just
we would have. Surprisingly, we didn't. I'm kind of surprised we didn't go straight up and just murder them.
I mean, I feel like any of our other parties would. We're a little more methodical with this one.
Yeah.
But I think it's because
Surprisingly, we
we
are.
had a close call with death as level 1 babies.
Yeah, although yeah.
Level 1 trauma.
God, yeah.
All right. So what you need is quality wood and quality thread from a woodmaker, as well as alchemical materials. Most likely, you'd be able to find some in a wizard's supply.
All right, I think I can gather most of these. Do you know any woodmakers around, or?
There was a family of woodworkers here. Unfortunately, have gone missing.
Oh, right. Hmm. Well, hopefully they'll turn up. Um, how long have you been in this town, Damon?
Not long. Not longer than 2 weeks, actually.
Oh, oh well, you're new here though, so have you? I mean, those red brands. Have they talked to you at all, or?
Yes,
Uh,
unfortunately.
mm,
I
well,
had I had a unfortunately I had a small supply of pretty valuable, well, not valuable to adventurers, I suppose, but they were valuable to me. I had a full-on stock of weapons. Uh, some of them very ceremonial weapons that could fetch a very high price. They were made with good jewels, and things of that nature. I had spears, short swords, long swords, light crossbows, quivers, ceremonials, and I even had, in what I had hoped to sell, uh, I had found a very lovely blade uh, along the road in travels. I bartered with a merchant over it, but they took that too, unfortunately. It was a quite a majestic greatsword, and it was uh, emblazoned with iconography of the Raven Queen.
The Raven Queen.
Yes, I could tell it had quite potent magical effects, but I'm not quality enough level of a smith to identify it completely at this moment.
Malice doesn't know about Darwin and the Raven Queen yet, does he?
Oh, she's a that archive. She said that much.
Well, I know someone who would probably be very interested in that, purely just from where they come from and what they wear.
I would say, with your background, Valis, knowing Dowins, a Shadarkai with a giant bird helmet, you would be able to put two and two together. Your passive
Okay.
intelligence insight would be enough for that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that
You
was
understand
just
that Dowin might be interested. You don't know everything about Dowin's relationship with the Raven Queen, but you gather she might be interested in that.
I know someone who's might have a little more than a passing interest in the Raven Queen or anything to do with her. That is. Um. So yeah, and it's also good to know that they're stocking up on weapons.
Yeah. Uh, Honestly, if you could get me back my stock of weapons from there, I would be more than happy, to let you keep the great sword.
Mm.
Those many pieces are much more valuable to me than that singular longsword that I know nothing about, and quite honestly, I don't think anyone in this town could afford it anyway.
All right. No, you got yourself a deal there. Uh, and besides getting you into business, a good get money flowing, ventures coming in, actually buying stuff. You'll be able to fix that forge and get yourself up and running. Be good for the whole town, actually.
Would, and I'd be able to actually put some more time into crafting some other things I'm working on. I thought of a very useful shield, one that might be able to grant you boons to saving throws, but I wouldn't be able to
Mm.
start on it until all of my financial woes are handled.
Well, hopefully we can solve some, if not all of them. Alice gives that like classic like southern smile. You know what I mean? That like cowboy smile kind of thing.
So they're not. So hospitality. It's fine.
Yeah,
But
best
Damon will,
southern underdark.
Damon will thank you for your interest in his stores and his skills, and as you as you head out with this new knowledge that you have gained, that the Red Brands have quite a store of weapons, it sounds like. Rosalia will look to you and be like, I don't think he understood I was trying to flirt with him. That never happens to me.
Valis, being the kind of clueless person that he can be when it comes to more in-depth conversations, because he rolled that insight, right? He couldn't tell.
He couldn't tell.
He'll just look over and just say, "You were flirting?"
She turns to you and kind of gives you a, oh wow, you're not really good at picking up subtle clues, are you? It's okay, don't
Kind of
worry
kind of
about it.
turns red and just more like, oh, it's more of like the like direct, but the indirect is a little.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. Not everyone can be, a super spy or anything.
I'm good at that. I'm good at learning things. It's more of the interpersonal stuff that is a little confusing. I Val is just
He,
mumbling
he's,
off.
she's nodding her head and be like, "You're right. Absolutely right, sweetheart. Don't worry about it.
Can
You're
Val roll
deducted."
insight to know if she's like
Yeah, roll me insight.
Val is like walking is just like, is she flirting? What? Oh, there we go.
No, she's patronizing you.
Oh,
It's like, "Oh, it's okay, sweetie. Don't worry. You're good at understanding people. Don't worry about it."
and Valis is just like probably just I don't know. This is probably one of the few times where he's just like, this is why I don't really go out anywhere.
And last but not least on our information gathering, Valen. You see that Pip is sitting at a table eating his breakfast. How do you wish to approach Mr. Pip?
Oh,
Oh,
is Blake there?
are you there, Blake?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I was thinking something. Sorry. I'm here.
Oh, sorry. Pip is waiting for you as he is sitting at the table eating breakfast.
The child.
How do you approach the Pip?
Well, just picture it kind of, it's kind of like just a little bit more, but like she ain't in the phone. Just to be, hey, look.
I'm so sorry. You kind of glitched on that. Let me try and redo the region again. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Pip will see you approaching. Make me a performance check.
Don't. Oh, you monster. He's just a child, DM. The
Mhm.
12
Yeah,
passes,
he is.
right?
Yeah, I was basically looking for 5 or below. Pip looks up and goes, "Hi."
Hmm. Well, there's a little birdie around town that told me someone that's real smart and brave and knew someone who knew about all these what red bands are they called?
Oh, they're called
Some red band.
Oh, they're
Go
called
ahead,
red
go ahead.
brands. Red
Red
brands.
brands. Ah, see, just I found the right one. Sits down. What can you tell me about them?
Yeah. Well, I know my dad hates them. He says those bad words I'm not allowed to say about them a lot. Like a lot. And nobody likes them. They're big and they're mean, and they were real mean to my friend too. My friend is Carp. Carp's at the he's at the farmhouse. And he thought he would try and sneak up on him. And he thought he could figure out, where they were going. And, he followed him for a while, and then they started chasing him when he got real close to somewhere.
Did Carp tell you where all this happened?
Oh yeah, Carp tells me everything. I'm his best friend.
Where did they chase him?
Oh, I don't know.
She will kind of like her elbows on the table, just have her chest shown just a bit more, and just kind of get like better eyes a bit. Oh, could you pretty please tell me something? Anything?
Well, I could tell you, I guess, but could you do me a big favor first?
That depends on the favor.
He leans in and he'll whisper in your ear. I'd really like to talk to that pretty tiefling lady, Rosalia.
Oh, talk to her about what?
He gets a really big, bright blush on his face, and
Exactly.
well, it's kind of embarrassing. Make me a persuasion check.
Do I get advantage because he's a child?
No, but the DC is lower.
Okay, I'll take that.
It's a level 2 DC. Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Do I need a guidance?
Please, guidance.
I swear to God. I swear to God.
Okay, you hit the DC. It was just a DC.
Thank
of
God.
10. He'll kind of pout a bit and like put his fingertips together like he's real embarrassed, and he'll say, well, I was hoping that maybe one night she'd get up on stage and sing one of my mom's old songs.
Oh. Out of character, thank fucking God. God, Zach. Well,
Where
I'll-
did you think I was going with that?
no, nothing bad. But I was like, what little embarrassing thing is that child gonna ask? It's like, okay, no, it's just sweet. I thought he was gonna be like, not obviously nothing like that. I was like, it's a child. What kind of weird, embarrassing thing? This child. Okay, thank God. Well, I'll talk to her about it. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get that to happen.
Okay. Thanks.
Of course.
Well, Carp chased him all the way out to the woods up by the Tressmore Manor. And that's when they chased him away.
Thank you so much for this. This is real brave of you. It's real brave of your friend and real brave of you to tell me. Me and my friends will try to make sure those old red brands don't cause any more trouble in town anymore.
Thanks, old lady.
Does Valen have to roll a Constitution saving throw to not turn into dust?
Oof.
If Valen wishes to.
Of course. Of course I rolled a nat 20 on that. Son of a bitch.
He just wasted a roll.
He's just a
I
child.
did.
Your pride is intact.
I know you
Uh,
just
I mean, Valen pauses like, well, technically he's not wrong. He really is. She is technically old.
she'll just go,
So-
yeah, you're right.
It's literally like a, well, yeah.
It's the kombucha.
It's gonna get kombucha, yeah. So she'll just stand up and just pat him on the head. Oh, you would twitching just a little bit. Oh, you sweet thing, you. You have a good day.
All
Fuck,
right.
Zach. Yes. Lady, that's so good. Oh.
All right. And as you all have finished your outings, you all meet back at Bartham's Provisions. Bonk. And bonk. And now we will do some very quick shopping. Is there anything anyone would like to buy from the shop list?
oh, Zach, that's a great question. I'm poor. At the moment, I'm just kidding. I am something.
Now it's suffering that we actually have budgets in this campaign.
Uh-huh.
I'm miserable because of that.
Hey, look good. Well, wait, how much were you for the thing? We are poor.
Yeah. Are they willing to haggle and or make a deal?
This is a struggling town. They want all the money they can get, Blake.
Oh, I know.
We got the normal price and the discount prices based on.
Yeah,
Is that like charisma or?
it's based on your persuasion ability score,
Oof.
your intimidation, or your persuasion, intimidation, or what was the third
We
one?
actually get a discount.
Yeah, if it's over, let's see, if it's +5 or higher, you get a 10% discount, and if it is 10 or over, you get a 20% discount.
My persuasion is only +2, so
Yeah,
No.
you pay flat price. This is by translation for haggling.
that's fair.
Is there let's see, is there so they have a herbalism kit. They wouldn't happen to have like a poisoners.
And this is the
kit,
Bartham's
right?
provisions, correct, Zach?
There's
Yeah,
a poisoner's kit towards
yeah,
the
line
bottom.
31.
Oh, there, I see it. Oh, that's pricey, but I want it. I need it.
Does anyone have an herbalism kit? Because I was thinking about getting that.
No, I have woodcarver's tools. It's a
I do not have one.
Hank's gonna buy the herbalism kit, which is 5. Is that 5 gold? It says.
Yep, 5 gold.
And the playing card set.
boy. I want
Every time I see crampons, every time.
I would like to get 107 pieces of paper.
Portion. Yeah, Dowan, that 78 gold, that's your portion of the goblin loot. I wasn't sure if you wanted to give that to Grim or not. If you do, you can just subtract that from your inventory, and Grim, you can add that to yours.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I already have. Okay, yeah, because I'm pretty sure I have some of that already. Or not. I
No,
can't
you just I added the 68 gold to everyone's inventory already. But I didn't give you Dowan's portion.
Do we see does Valis see dogs when we walk in?
Yeah, they've got like a little section off to the side. They're like in a very uh nice like gated area. It's not like they're in a cage or anything.
But yeah, I would like to buy 100 pieces of paper,
Okay, so that is where did I put
100
the
silver, if I'm correct.
Yeah, so that'll be 100 silver.
Yep. So 100 silver worth of paper, and then I will. I can help us get a group bag of holding if we want, guys.
I already have a small list forming, and Valis might get a dog.
Well, here's the thing: if we all persuade together, maybe we can get that plus 10 discount, and I can buy it outright because my total in GP is 200.
How much is it?
250 normally.
If
I
you,
mean,
if you
Valis
just
might be
want
able
to,
to help. Yeah.
we can all chip in.
True.
Yeah, it'll just be the group bag.
Yeah.
The party satchel. Party
I can
pack.
chip in. I can chip in 25. That'll be a little bit under half of my total gold.
Let me see. I need to. My poisoner's kit is a lot.
I can chip in 193 gold.
Valis looks at the
We're at
dog
218.
and looks at Valen. Can Valis go towards one of the mastiffs?
If you
Yeah,
buy
absolutely.
a dog, be very prepared for danger for the dog.
Valis is ignoring what Grim says. I'm just gonna go hold out my hand. What does a dog approach me? Zach, make me fall in love with this dog.
Okay. First, make me an animal handling check.
Oh, I hope they don't run away from me. Oh no, inspiration. This is worth it.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. The dog, as you approach it, and you're smart enough to like hold your hand out and let it sniff ahead of time, and it does that. It is a big old mastiff, pretty young, just out of puppy age, and like just in that adulthood area. It's panting a little bit because it is spring. It's not hot, but it is a little bit warm. And as you hold your hand out, and as it's inside the cage, you do feel it kind of rest its head on your hand. And it kind of rubs its ear as if it wishes for scritches.
Oh, I will give him stretches.
We're at 218 out of 250 bag.
The dog is very happy. It kind of does that little as if to say more.
Full on Baldur's Gate 3 petting animation. And Valis will just look at Valen.
Valis, we have like 3 wolves.
You don't really need it. Yeah, we have a lot of wool.
Are you really sure you want to go down this road?
I think it might be good for him. Teach him a little responsibility.
I don't think it's a good idea based on the amount of danger we have seen even so far.
That is true.
Balance,
Okay.
ignore them and get the dog.
Right, down.
Zach, hear me out.
Valis,
Zach, hear me out. We both play a game that we both love called Dragon Age Origins, and in
Oh
it
my god.
you get a Mabari Warhound.
I swear to fucking god.
Is there
Boy.
any way we can add some abilities like that as I train it?
Mastiffs,
As he gets
I know,
older.
Oh,
are big enough for
absolutely.
halflings to
I
ride
love
purple.
the Mabari Warhound. It is my favorite character in Dragon Age Origin.
And
See,
halflings goblins can ride mastiffs, so
I mean, Hank can also ride it, so. I mean,
It starts giving really big puppy dog eyes to you as it's looking from
Valis
this
is
enclosure. And it hops
Valis
up
will
on its hind legs, puts its paws on you, and starts scratching a bit.
Valis looks
Rabbit.
at Hank and goes, what's he saying? What's he saying?
What is he saying, DM?
Do you cast Speak with Animals?
I'm gonna concentrate really hard, and I think I can talk to it.
Okay, make me an animal handling check at advantage, Hank.
I believe. I'll roll.
Oh,
I'll
you
Get
you
advantage.
you get advantage.
Oh, at advantage. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll keep that.
All right. With a 12, as you concentrate, you hear the dog's little barks and growls, and to the best of your ability, it is calling out to Valis, saying, "Oh, please be my friend. I'll be the best friend ever. I'll love all of you forever. I'll be the
Grim, this
best, most
dog's
loyal hound ever."
dog's making a pretty good case for itself.
Mm.
How much extra is? So I put in 50.
Oh
Or wait,
yeah, I already
I
have
put in 25. So how
I
much
have
extra is in the
Valis's
bag?
purchases all set. Valis is gonna buy the dog.
Okay.
Valis is just gonna look at Valen and just say, he's gonna be the best.
I mean, that one kind of looks like a sissy. Don't you want like a bigger one?
Oh no, this one.
Just please be careful. That's all I'm asking. Just be careful with them.
Valis will get closer to Valen and just say, besides, you said I needed to make friends with things that were living. So living.
I meant people, not just necessarily just the dog, but I guess I said that. So, mm,
Now, is this a lady dog or
God.
a feller dog?
Roll me a D2, Valis. 1 it's a boy, 2 it's a girl.
Okay.
Roll 3 for funsies.
It's a girl.
It's a girl.
Oh.
You want to keep the V name?
No, I need to. Balance is gonna think of a name soon, which means Koi needs to look up more foods.
Oh my God.
Call it a hush puppy.
Nah.
You are now the proud owner of a Mastiff.
Thank you. I will minus 22 gold from my inventory.
All right. And back to the bag of holding funding. We're at 218 over 250.
Yep.
I have
Wait,
44 more gold if I need to chip in.
Valis will go ahead and chip in. Give me 1 second. Zach, I'm gonna write up the list of everything he's buying real quick, just so
Okay.
you have that. So he bought the Mastiff. He's getting a poisoner's kit, thieves' tools, and a grappling hook.
All things that are going to bat me in the ass later. Duly noted.
I'm just writing this out.
And as soon as we're finished with shopping,
Yeah.
that's where we'll call the session.
I figured. This is quick shopping, though. This isn't bad shopping.
I think the
What-
most that it took was you deciding if you wanted a dog or not.
I needed to roleplay it.
That's worth it.
I didn't want to
that's
just
worth
go in and just say I buy a dog. Like,
You do realize you'll have to probably what is that name? What is that? Who named that? Is that you, Zach? Who did that?
That was me.
oh man.
Sorry here.
We
No,
gotta settle
man, it was fine. That's cursed.
We have to settle though right now.
How dare you?
You do
Go
realize we'll probably have to. Are you gonna draw the dog in our art now or not? Or just not?
Yeah, I will.
You don't
Um,
have to.
No, I will. She deserves it.
Gives
She
gives
deserves
Koi
the
motivation to
best.
finish the art.
Let's see. I will come up with a
Exact
name.
nerd.
Wait,
But right now I'm just
let's
thinking
tally
of what things.
golds, y'all.
These
I'm
tools.
seeing what I was. Yeah.
Oh, grappling.
Now and don't spend anything because you literally only have 30. Hold on to that.
And that would come out to, I believe, 90 gold. Flat, not counting the silver.
Okay. Sounds good. Go ahead and mark off your gold.
Which means that, and I'll minus my silver in a second. Valis has 70 gold to put towards things, so is there, I know, Valen, you want to buy something?
Well, we can put a bit money toward. The only thing I really want is that cleric circlet, but even with
We're
70
probably
much do
gonna
you
get
have?
some gold from jobs too.
Wait, how much is
so
the cleric circlet?
Like 250.
250.
Oh god. Oh, okay. I think that was cheaper.
I got 151, so we can like chip towards the bag and just kind of get it like next time after a job or two. 'cause-
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
we
go
gotta
ahead
take
and
some
put,
more jobs before. Yeah,
I'll
because
put
this.
25 towards the bag.
All right,
Okay,
we're at
how much is left in the
243.
bag?
7 more gold is all that is required.
Need 43.
Yeah, we're at
Wait, how much-
243 and
how
need
much?
7 gold.
7 gold. Yeah, I'll toss the last 7 then. Okay.
All right, yep, we'll get that group bag of holding.
Alright,
Yeah,
so go ahead and
I'll-
add the-
Offloading all this freaking copper.
as we get the most important item in D&D in the party.
Mm-hmm.
Hank's
Yeah,
new
hopefully
noble
after.
apartment.
Well, actually, I'll go ahead and sell my old mace, which is only 5 gold, so I get 5 gold back, and then I can sell a How much does a javelin cost? Because I got 1.
Oh,
Can
hold
just-
on.
Javelin, 5 gold. Or it says 0.5.
Oh yeah, 0.5. So
What was my... Hold on, what are my selling rules? I just looked... What is wrong with me? I just did this yesterday. Oh, because I just did magic. Okay, yeah, they will buy the javelin just as is.
okay. So I'll sell my mace for 5 gold, and how much was the javelin be? Because it's 0.5. I don't know what you would.
50 silver.
Okay. I'll sell those 2 then, since I don't really. So 50. Okay, 50 silver and 5 gold. Okay.
Mhm.
Because I mean, I don't need them, considering I have decent weapons.
And
Alright, that's.
does Hank... Or no, Hank's already purchased.
Oh, 5 gold.
I think I have a name for her. I just need to make sure I pronounce it right.
Zach, these names.
But
I have a
Gita.
name for her. I think everyone's gonna love it.
Say it.
I'm gonna type it out and say it. But yeah, Valis has been staring at this dog for a while, trying to think of a name, and he will just kind of go, "Oh, got it." Madeline.
No.
What food is that?
It is a small spongy cake
Yep,
in the
it's a
shape of a
spongy
seashell,
cake. Yeah.
normally
Jesus
eaten for breakfast or
Christ.
dessert.
Yep.
God, you fucking cringe. Cringe. I respect it, but cringe.
But it looks like a name. That's why I chose it.
It does. That's what kind of irritates me. It's literally much. It's the. I guess. God damn it.
Successful.
Look, it's like how I named my dragon Benedict.
All right.
It's still
And
a
with that,
reference.
you all have your various leads and ideas of where to go next. You finished your shopping. I will say that all of this activity, it is about noon on this day now. We'll say this took about half a day for y'all to go on your respective sub-adventures.
How much for rations for Madeline?
Just as I do for the main cast, you do not have to track rations. It is assumed
Okay.
that you will have enough food for your dog.
I will
This
look
is
at.
not a survival campaign, so I'm not gonna make y'all track.
I'll look
that.
at Hank and say, "Should I buy her a saddle?" I mean,
It never hurts, I guess.
Like a horse saddle? What?
well, no, you can. You know, I've heard of a lot of halflings riding mastiffs and gnomes. And,
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
Hey,
Never heard of that
Zach,
before.
random question. How much would 38 arrows cost for me to sell?
I don't think you're getting much out of them.
Hold on.
And well, I can also the short bow for like 25. So
No, give that to me then.
no, you're about to get a hunting bow.
Fine. Okay. It's gonna take me. A
I
bit.
know.
Yeah, sure. It's fine.
That's
It's
circle-
fine.
I know.
How many arrows do you have?
38.
Okay, so that would be worth 2 gold pieces.
Oh, 2 gold, and then I'll sell 2 gold, and I'll sell the short bow for 25.
Man, this really is Baldur's Gate 3.
It is. Okay. I'm just like I said, I'm trying to make us because I really wouldn't mind. Okay, that's. Oh, okay, 181. I'm so far away. Fuck me. Okay.
Got some
I can't
time.
sell anything else. I know. It's unfortunate.
But with that, and if there's anything else you wish to do between now and next session, you can just send it to me in a DM or type it in the Discord. But with that, that is where we will call tonight's session. And next time, the party will determine what they wish to do. And y'all might want to talk on the Discord about planning.
Mhm.
You do now know from Valen that there is likely Red Brand presence near Tres Noir Manor. And you also know that they are in the mornings, usually at the Sleeping Giant Inn. That is also a lead that you have. Yeah. So y'all can determine what you wish to do next time on Phandelver and Faerun.
Yippee.
You know, for a session titled "The Red Brands," they really weren't present this one.
Alright, we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Uh,
Bye.